All right, everyone. We had a little conversation here with Benjamin, who's a third-degree black belt candidate,
Sir.
and we're about a month away from actual exam. And he had some concerns that that I've talked to him a little bit, but I thought it might be beneficial for everyone to kind of hear what these concerns are, because I'm truly a believer of the concept of our deepest, darkest secrets is usually the most general. When we think, oh, it's just me. But there might be somebody out there that can actually, listen to this and can use this. So what were some of your concerns?
So I had some concerns about the way that I was approaching the black belt testing process.
Right.
My first concern was that this was the first time that I was going through the testing process on my own,
Right.
and not with my younger brother. We did it together the previous 2 times, and I felt I wasn't taking advantage of the fact that I was on my own, either that I was focusing on doing things for myself or making myself even more a part of the entire testing team.
Okay.
So that was one concern. Another concern was I felt that when we had our conversation a couple weeks ago, that in the time that I had left between then and the exam, that I didn't have enough time to learn what I needed to learn. That was a second concern. And my third concern was that I hadn't gone through the process with the 100% intention that I wanted to go with. That maximizing on intensity and integrity as we've talked about in the past.
So there are some conversations about you quitting. You want to quit
Right.
this journey. So let's go concern one at a time. The whole thing about the family is that your immediate family is not there, but your secondary family is here.
Right.
God forbid if you ever get in a fight, your brother's not going to be there with you.
Right.
And you have to learn how to do things on your own. It's a nice concern, but I think you should feed this one its appropriate attention. Now let's talk about quitting.
Sure.
And this goes generally, I don't know, a lot of people at a lot of martial arts schools and a lot of people in general are against quitting. I'm all for quitting. I think you should quit many things. In getting the black belt, or in your journey right now, you should quit messing around. You should, quit wasting your time, or, coming to a class and talking to people, and quit doing things that are not necessary, are going to get to where you want to be. Quitting is not a bad thing. I think we all kind of go up, but there's going to be some dips in in our journey, and you just experienced a little dip, right? And you don't want to quit the journey. But before that, I want to make sure I get one thing clear. That I want you to understand that the achievement comes from that day, the black belt test. But the fulfillment comes from the journey of getting there.
Right.
And if you're not fulfilled in that journey, the achievement will not have any value. The good news is we have 1 month away. The bad news is we have 1 month away, right? So I would put all my effort into intention. This is where I want to get. I would organize my time better, and it's not how many hours you work out, it's what you put in those hours, right? So you really want to make sure you take advantage of the time that you have, and you set little goals for yourself.
Right.
Because you want fulfillment for this journey. You don't want just the achievement.
Right.
Because too many people out there, they want that black belt, they want that test, 1 month away, how long more do we have? They want to get there, but it's the getting there that's the most important part, right?
Can I share something that you said
Absolutely,
that was
yeah.
very helpful for me? You said that I need to work on being neutral about the testing process,
Right.
which for me is very difficult because I categorize things into either good or bad or complicated, and it's
Right.
very hard for me to be neutral. But to come to class treating each class as a test and to view each test as another class so that I'm approaching
That's
everything
it.
with the same
I'm
attitude.
telling you, they're sticking to the extremes, or a real high or real low, or real committed or no commitment. I don't believe in that. I think you got to be neutral. You come to a class, we're doing knife today. Your attitude should be great. Today we're just going to sit around and talk. Your attitude should be great. Doesn't matter what it is. We go out there. We do it, right? I told you there's a couple gentlemen that I tested for fourth degree and up, and I usually tell them the night before. Everybody goes through a 6-month process or 1 year, but after, like, for third or fourth degree, I'll tell you the night before. And if I walk up to you and I say, you're testing tomorrow morning, I want your reaction to be, yes, sir. Not overly, oh my God, not just done, yes, sir. I never forget Mr. Saeed when we tested him for a degree. I did the same thing to him. Everybody said, oh my God, he's going to freak out. I told him the night before, he didn't freak out at all. He was like, yes, sir, and he went home. He wasn't like, oh, I'm going to stay longer tonight, make sure I get everything done, you know? So the whole point is to be able to be ready in every second for your test. Right now, this is your test. This morning, 8 o'clock was your test, right? And you treat everything that way. But if you put too much value in that one day, you miss all that heavenly glory of what it's supposed to do. So being neutral means be mindful, be in the moment, absolutely do your best about whatever it is you're doing.
Right.
If you come here, and I can notice today, you know, how many people were here that were gonna, Mr. Robert on his own putting the bags all the way up. You
Right.
went and helped. In that moment, that's what the important thing is, right? So you'll be mindful and you absolutely give it your best in order to what we do. But I just want to make sure that the message is very clear. I strongly believe in quitting. I think you should quit many things. I quit many things. But quit the wrong things. Don't quit the right things. Do you know what I mean? I think everybody tries to do, I know for me, everybody tries to do extra stuff. I want to take this extra class. I want to take this extra class. I want to do the extra. What's the definition of extra?
After you've done the ordinary.
After you've done what you're supposed to do, now you can do extra. But we all want that extra stuff versus, well, let's figure out what it is we're supposed to be doing, right? You get clear about that, then you start working on all the extra stuff. How am I going to feel fulfilled through this journey? Again, good news is we're 1 month
left.
away, and the bad news is we've got 1 month away. No overexcitement, no over sadness, no nothing. Come tomorrow, that day morning, show up to the class. There's a hurricane, there's no studio, black belt test, your reaction should be,
Okay.
that's great. No pouting, no nothing, no overexcitement, nothing, because every day is like that. You know, first degree black belt, I understand it's a whole, you know, but after that, it's more like let's live it and do the class, do everything we're doing, pay its appropriate attention
Right.
to it, right? And I'm glad because I didn't try to talk you out of it,
No.
but you did talk yourself out of it, and you decided otherwise, right? That you're going to go ahead and do the
Yes,
test.
sir.
But I want you to think of it this way: you want to do the test today.
Right.
You're ready to do it today.
Yes, sir.
And let's see what it is we want to go work on and give it its appropriate attention and little at a time. Any other concerns and stuff that you had?
Oh, plenty. But that's the challenge for me. The
Right.
challenge is giving them the appropriate attention and not giving them too much of the
Yes.
negative attention.
So here's one of my favorite quotes by a coach that I used to have. He used to say, your energy flows where your energy goes, right? So your attention goes. So if you pay attention to that something, you're going to make it a lot bigger deal than what it is.
Right.
But if you just give it its appropriate attention and kind of move it to the side and see the bigger picture, I think that's what, you know, the whole thing is going to be.
Right.
So anyway, I hope this is kind of a big help for the candidates that are testing this year. Again, good news is 1 month away. Bad news, 1 month away. And the black belt test could be anything in your life. It could be any goals that you want to have. Are you sitting back kind of, you know, wishing it was right there? Are you working on it every single day towards it? You're just kind of out there doing whatever, right? So that's the lesson. So thank you for sharing, guys.
Thank you, sir.